This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, so you heard the announcement too, that
Yeah.
right? Okay. Hi, Ravi.
Yeah.
Nice to have you in this chat. Remember, it's a very informal chat, and I wish I could do this in person, but I've not been able to do this. But I want to finish this long 5-year-long project first. Let me see. You justify my jealousy towards you. In PUC, were you in the Army or Armed Squadron in National College?
PUC, I was in the armed squadron.
Okay, so I will be jealous of you because that was the most. I wanted to be in that, but I became an ordinary payday in Canada, so I had to be in the NCC Army wing. Okay, so I'm fully justified in being jealous of you then. You guys had a kind of air and you walked with the armed squadron thing, and I had to kind of be like a regular payday. All right, Ravi, so it's great to have you in this chat.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, Raghu.
so,
And
Ravi, it's been a long time. I really wish I could meet you in person. I've not met you at all. I guess after our, when we graduated from 78,
correct.
we missed closely in Bangalore a couple of times.
Yeah, Bangalore and also in Mumbai, I think.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe you can kind of tell us all, our classmates, about your journey from 1978 to now, in terms of your career, your family, and your interests that you had, and your change interests. And then we go from there. I'll ask you a few more questions. Go ahead, Ravi.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Raghu, I mean, a really wonderful thing that you've started. I mean, yes, we missed this interview, making this interview, a couple of times. Finally, now it's on. And good that, it's going to be like a time capsule,
Yes.
like down the years, you can always look at it, or children, grandchildren, anybody can have an access to it and find out what the parents were doing and their batchmates and what all they did during the college days. Yeah, after graduation, I went to Calcutta. From there, I went to a place, you must be knowing Hindalco, one of the largest aluminum producers at that time. And they had the power plant, and I had got an appointment there. Unfortunately, I didn't stick there for a long time because a lot of, north-south issues were there, and hardly there were few South Indians. And then, of course, that was not the issue, although I could speak Hindi and somehow managed to be there. But I had got a good opportunity back in Calcutta, and that was, I joined a company, Thyssen Group. You must have heard. Thyssen Group is one of the largest steel producers in Europe.
Yes.
Then I'm just talking about in the early, during 78 and all that. During 78, then I joined that firm posted in Calcutta. And it was basically exposure to design engineering, which was not my cup of tea then. But then since I had joined, somehow I had to continue. I started liking my job after a certain time because there was a good mentors available from Germany, and they used to really did a lot of handholding and made us learn the subject.
Yeah.
And during that time, really had opportunity to do some good design engineering for one of the US Sparrows Point US steel plant. And that's how it went on. And then I didn't continue in the design department for a long time because I got a chance to go to field.
Yeah.
Then from Calcutta, I went to Jamshedpur.
Mm-hmm.
So on-site experience for executing coke ovens. Coke ovens are basically, like furnaces where the coal is heated in absence of air for making coke. Coke is the major input material for blast furnace for making the uh, iron.
All Govind Gowda
So,
stuff.
then from there, like it was a journey to all other steel plants wherever the steel plants were coming up. Say from Jamshedpur, I went to Rourkela to Bokaro to uh, a place called ISCO, one of the oldest steel plants. Then back to Bokaro, and finally landed in Bhilai.
Oh, okay.
So during this period, I got a good experience, exposure to design engineering, then execution, commissioning, and all that.
Yeah.
And also had a chance to, interact with this University of Aachen for, exposure in coal chemicals, that added to my experience.
Yeah.
And then stayed in Bhilai from 80s, 90s to till early, 2010.
Yeah.
Then I joined, shifted to JSW.
Yeah.
General Steel, posting at Vijayanagar.
Yeah.
And from there, I came to Dolvi, that is in Mumbai.
Yeah.
Because JSW took up a plant, a stressed asset from Mittals.
Yeah.
So we had to, saturate the plant and take up the expansion.
Yeah.
And then from there, till year before last, I worked in the coal vertical as the head of the department.
Wonderful.
And
Yes.
then, and after that, now currently since June, I'm off my own,
Yeah.
like consulting, giving consultancy for some of the European firms, and including one or two US firms through say, consultant based in the US.
Yeah. Wonderful. Yeah.
And during this period, I had a good chance to visit Czech Republic, Ukraine, Russia, then many parts in Europe, China, many times in China, because we had to, take the Chinese technology and develop it and make it work as per the Indian standards and all that.
Yeah.
So it was a really hectic journey.
Yeah.
And really stressful many times, and we enjoyed working because, our, say, owners, the Jindals, like really hard taskmasters, like, one of the today, JSW is one of the fastest growing plants in the country, maybe in the world also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
fascinating.
today, I think we have almost 34 million ton production, taking into account all the plants in country and abroad.
Yeah.
One of the largest, so to say, apart from ArcelorMittal and other big names in the US and Europe.
So great journey, and your UVC background, production technology. Really
Yes,
helped you
yes,
a long
yes.
ways in that.
Yeah, I think
When
very
did you
few,
get married, Ravi?
I got married in 84.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 84. So I
And,
have two daughters,
mhm.
and the older daughter is in Germany.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the younger one, she's got married to her school time friend, and then that son-in-law is working in Detroit.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is likely to, move to the US in a couple of months' time. She's waiting for her, say, dependent visa.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So these days, I mean, like only I think March or so, she's got the call for interview, and
Yeah.
once it is done, probably early April, she'll be in the US.
Yeah, well, hope to see you also in the US sometime.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Once she comes, we'll also follow her.
Yeah. Yeah. So, no, Ravi, that's great. You had an amazing career and a wonderful family, and you have a very close knit family, and now your
Yeah.
daughters are married. They have their own families, and
Yes.
amazing story. And well, we would like to ask you a few questions about UVC days as well. But tell me first, was you one of these guys who are racing in Avenue Road? Were you one of the guys racing on Avenue Road the opposite way during college days?
Yeah, kind of. At least halfway through, because Avenue Road was one way, no?
Yeah,
At least halfway through, yes.
yeah, I kind of remember that, kind of race you guys used to, and I don't know who else was there in this Avenue Road business.
Uh, I was there, and I think I mean initially I was there, and after Uday was there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're all bicycling the opposite way.
Yeah, but Uday, used to come by a motorbike, and then
That's
after
right.
that is
Yeah.
I mean like Java motorbike.
Yeah, I remember that. Yes. Yeah, so in the UVC, tell me which class did you miss the most and which class you attended the most? Which one did you bunk the most?
Very difficult to say. We bunked, attended. Very difficult to say which one. I don't know. I mean, practically we attended all and missed many. Like definitely movie time, yes, whatever it was, whichever class it was, we used to miss.
So you kind of averaged it or all the classes, I
Yeah.
guess.
You can say average it. Average.
And which one did you attend the most? I mean, like the most, so to say.
Maybe VNDM.
Okay.
That was one of the most interesting ones.
Uh-huh.
Then PPC subjects.
Yeah. Like you had Basalalli, right? Production planning and
Yeah,
control,
Yes, Vaslali.
and
Vaslali.
HKB,
VK
HK
Vaslali.
Balakrishna.
Balakrishna, yes. He used to
Yeah.
teach
Industrial
I think
engineering.
industrial engineering, and one more subject he used to teach our,
That's
like optionals.
that's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Hey Ravi, you and Suku had an interesting relationship. Kind of. He gave you a hard
Yeah,
time, but you still are great friends.
I know.
What is, why is
Can't
that?
forget those. Can't forget those. I mean, like good old days.
Yeah, yeah. So why he was ragging you also, right? And then you became good friends too.
Yeah. We were all together.
Yeah.
He had probably not left anyone.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And in tours, you went to both the tours, is that right?
Yeah. I went to
Yeah.
both the tours.
I mean, I have two pictures. I mean, in my memory. One is the
Like,
one you guys playing cards and bringing
yeah.
this, smuggling in this rum in Jammu. Was
Yeah.
it Jammu?
No. Yeah, I don't know.
Tell us something about
Like,
it, Ravi. Tell us something about
yeah, it was, I mean, like, we had, I mean, it was a PC gang.
Yeah.
Myself, Sundar, James, then Kanayan, and
Rajkumar.
Rajkumar.
Yeah.
Okay, we used to have that, like special bunk. So we used to play, I mean, right from morning till evening. I mean, during the train on the move.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, yeah, rum,
How
of
did
course,
you
yes.
smuggle in
It was
rum?
in Pathankot. I
Oh,
remember it was in Pathankot.
okay.
So Pathankot, I had a friend who was stationed in the Air Force, the thing.
Yeah.
Then I had told him that I would be coming. Then we all went. We all went in a cycle rickshaw, all the five of us. Then, of course, we had a tough time, explaining to the sentry there.
Ah,
But somehow my friend, he came out, and then we all went in. And then we had a nice dinner and some drinks. And then on our return, I remember he had given us triple X military rum.
yeah.
And then when we came to the station, something, I mean, like, I don't know. It was Raghavan who was sick, and then Anant, helped um, him to, I think, take back to Delhi.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went to Jammu and Jammu, Srinagar. That's how it happened. And then,
Yeah.
yes, we had picked up a couple of rum bottles in between. And I remember in Chandigarh, um, Kiran hosted us with gin. That's where
Oh.
we changed from rum to gin. Yeah, it
Wow.
was a good time. Good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Except one. Yeah, tell
yeah.
me.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think one incident, it was a scary incident. If you remember, on our way back from Agra to Mumbai, I think it was in Bhusawal. We all had got down to have a tea or some snacks in the platform. The train started moving, and all of us got in except Ananda. We
Yeah.
had to really pull him.
Wow.
So myself, Uday, I think somebody else. I mean,
Wow.
otherwise, really, just in the nick of the moment, we pulled him out. So that
That's
was
amazing.
one thing I always, remember whenever I, cross, because I've seen many people,
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled a lot during this period, in the trains and all that.
Yeah.
I find, people really get themselves hurt. So it was something,
Wow. That's
lucky,
a story to
really.
remember,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know whether Ananda remembers or not.
I'll ask
So
him.
that I
Yeah. Hey, but you also had somebody in Calcutta, right? When you
yeah, yeah,
went,
yeah. Calcutta, my cousin was there. My
yeah.
everywhere,
So,
Calcutta, Delhi, everywhere. My relatives were there,
yeah,
but
but I
hardly.
thought you disappeared when you went to Calcutta. When we went to
Yeah, correct.
Calcutta, you went and visited them, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we all went to that Mysore Association for, building.
Yeah.
And from there, I went to my cousin's place. I
Yeah.
came back, took my luggage, and stayed with him.
Yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah. Hey, in college, who are your project mates? And I heard some
Ah,
interesting stories.
yeah.
Let me hear from you first. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my project mate, leader was K.S. Ravikumar,
Yeah.
and then the other partner was Raghavan.
Oh, okay. Raghavan. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
our project was centrifugal casting machine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Ravi had done all the, bill of material, what was required to be purchased and all that.
Yeah.
Me and Raghavan, we went to that Gujri market to buy what all required to be bought,
Yeah.
the bright bar, plumber blocks, and
Uh-huh.
best was the bearing. We had to buy bearings, So we went to a guy, who was selling, who had a big stock of these bearings and all that,
Uh-huh.
Really, like me and Raghavan really enjoyed that fellow's, the way he used to make the bill with his left hand and making faces and all that,
Yeah.
If Raghava can remember, really, nobody, both of us. I think we told our other batchmates also, yeah, look here, this guy, I
Yeah.
think some of them also bought the bearings from the same chap, if I remember right.
What is this Jetka thing? You came, brought your lugged your stuff in Jetka? Is that what it is? Yeah.
From Gujri market.
Yeah. Or you brought in
Yeah,
your cycles.
No, no, I think we brought in our cycles.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I somehow
Yeah,
remember
not in.
somebody in one of the group projects had brought it in the
Yeah,
house.
not me and Raghav. It was hardly. I mean, like we had to bring a big tube and one small bar. 2, 3 times, we had to bring the materials. We could not bring it in one go. So I think 2 or 3 times we had to.
Hey, and yeah, I want you to, as I asked the same kind of question with Babu, tell me one word adjective about some of these lecturers. Let me see if you remember them. Venkatratnam, what can you say about him in one word?
Venkat Ratnam, he used to strength of materials.
Material science.
Material science, sorry. Yeah, material science. Very good.
Okay.
I mean,
Vasanta
that
Wilfred.
really paved the way. We had to, I mean, I had to study material science in my part of work. Yeah.
Yeah. Vasanta Wilfred.
Maths.
Yeah. What? Tell one word describing that. Adjective.
I vaguely remember her. Yeah, correct.
Okay. Markham.
Markham, stylish.
Okay. Abdullah Sharif.
Abdullah Sharif, left and right.
MP Chaudhaya.
Too strict.
Okay, and let me share the screen and you can tell me something about these guys too. One word about each one of these guys. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, go from left to right, standing, and then all the handsome guys sitting with a tie.
Yeah. Kiran, Pulareddy, Raman,
No.
Ramakrishna.
Tell them one adjective about each one of them.
One adjective.
Ah.
You put me in a spot here.
Just one word about them. If you must remember everyone, right? Yeah.
Kiran.
You said Jin about him, right? Say Jin.
Yeah.
Pulareddy.
Pulareddy, yes. The naked man.
Raman.
Patya Raman.
Ramakrishna.
Ramakrishna. I don't know what to say about Ramakrishna. I mean, he was sandwiched between Raman and Kannadi.
Okay. Krishna Kumar.
Cabaret Kannadi.
Okay. BK Nagaraj.
Corporation.
Kale.
Kale the Great. Can't, miss.
Kanayan. In the bottom.
I used to call him something. I just don't remember.
Okay. Sundar Raman.
Yeah. Very.
James.
Anyway.
Rajkumar.
Sipai Ramu.
Good, great. Yeah. So
Chapal
you
Singh.
do remember. Yeah. Ravi, great. And I'm glad that you remember the names of all the guys at least. And it was nice talking to you. I know, do you have any message to all our classmates in this thing? Yeah.
Yeah, it was good journey after we passed out. And only thing, I've not met many of them because I stayed away most of the time. And only a couple of years, only since last 2, 3 years, I had a chance to meet some of them. And in the coming days, I hope I'll meet at least most of them, either here or back in the US.
Yeah.
And my message to everyone is, it was a good team. And then I wish everyone good health, happiness, prosperity.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ravi, and I wish you and your family the same. I know
Yeah,
all the
thanks.
best in everything.
Yeah.
And I
Thanks,
really
thanks.
look forward to meeting you in person. And
Yeah,
with
sure.
your,
Me too.
yeah, with
Me
your
too.
permission, I will post
Yeah.
it on YouTube. Huh?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Ravi. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.